Hello and welcome. Here is another video about SMMware, software for running the day-to-day operations of senior move management companies. This video provides a brief introduction to how SMMware integrates with QuickBooks Online. For a general overview of SMMware, please see our introductory video at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SMMware. Okay, let's begin. As you can see from the screen, we are already logged into SMMware. And I would like to point out this small green icon with the initials QB in it, which indicates that a given item has already been copied over to QuickBooks Online. Other items which have not yet been copied over have this button, QBO Add, and that will be common throughout the program so that will appear to people who have been designated as QuickBooks Online administrators. And from here I'd like to show you some of the commands for copying items over to QuickBooks Online. The first thing we have to do is connect to QuickBooks Online using this command. When you come to the screen, it tells you that you are not yet authenticated, and it provides you a button to click on for connecting to QuickBooks. When you click on that, a pop-up window appears, and we're going to sign in using a login for QuickBooks Online. Because what's really happening behind the scenes is that SMMware impersonates one of your users over at QuickBooks Online. So that user has to have all the permissions to do everything that we're trying to achieve, creating invoices, hourly entries, etc. After you're logged in, QuickBooks is providing you with this screen where you can see which application you're going to give connection permissions to. And while you can say no thanks, of course, we want to say yes, authorize. After the connection is established, we come back to the main screen. It changes to show that we are now authenticated with QuickBooks. It does have a button for disconnecting, but we don't need to use that right now. And now we're going to go look at one of the commands. I'm going to limit the outputs for demonstration purposes. As we scroll down the screen, you can see that each line item has a QBO Add button, and it is possible to copy items over one at a time. But more commonly, you'll probably want to use this command, QBO Add All. And this will copy over all the items that are being listed on the screen. Not all the items that exist in the system, but just those that are copied over by the filter. On this next screen, it'll tell you how many items it found, and it reassures you that you're authenticated with QuickBooks. And from there, you just mainly hit Next. After this command completes, it will show you the results. In this case, no errors were found, which is good. And the 6 items that we expected to be copied over were in fact copied over. Over at QuickBooks Online, there's a hierarchy of items. At the top level would be invoices or hourly entries or expense entries, and they depend in turn on some lower level items, associates and clients and vendors. All of these items require that a client be specified, hourly entries and expenses. And in the case of hourly expenses, you have to say which employee was involved, and that record has to exist over at QuickBooks Online. In the case of expenses, the vendor has to exist over at QuickBooks Online. And SMMware will scan the top level items and look for any lower level items that need to be copied over, and will copy them over as well. As you can see here, these are secondary dependent items. Another place where we can go to copy over items is the Invoice Manager. Again, I'm going to limit the output for demonstration purposes. If there was more than one item on the screen, each one of them would have this button, Add QBO. But most commonly, you would again use QBO Add All. The next screen lets you see the filter settings, and then you just click on Next. And just like before, the results screen will show you whether any errors were found. It shows you that the invoice was copied over, and it shows you any secondary items that had to be copied over as well. So while there's a lot going on behind the scenes for you as the user, The process is actually pretty straightforward. To find out more, you can see additional videos at youtube.com/SMMware. You can visit our website at www.smware.com, or you can call us at 240-285-4619 with questions or to arrange for a demo. To be notified of new videos as they are added, subscribe to our YouTube channel. SMMware is an industry partner with NASM, the National Association of Senior Move Managers. We appreciate your time and hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.